One more fight.
Hey guys, what's going on? Raging Balloons here, and welcome back to War Thunder. Today we're going to be taking a look at the P-47N in all of its stock glory. So we're going to do a first impressions on what I think of this aircraft. Now I started recording this match a little late, so we're going to go straight into the action, and I'll talk about the aircraft a little bit later. Rolling over to dive on this Ki-61 with another P-47N, I fire off a burst. My aim is rather poor. Well, we do get a decent hit on him. He's now leaking engine coolant. Turn it over, and he's definitely AFK. So we're going to line up the shot, fire off another quick burst, and there we go. Target eliminated. So that is our first kill of this match, as the other P-47 who's helping us eliminate that Ki-61 flies over upside down. Now behind us we have an A7M and an A6M, but I am not too worried about them as they are far away and far slower than us. And I do believe we have a P-51 going in to intercept them. So I'm gonna, try and regain some altitude before I start engaging any other targets. Now at this point, however, the A7M is eliminated by the P-47N that was flying alongside me. So that is one less target we have to worry about at altitude. There's now only two A6M5s at altitude that we need to worry about, and a Ki-84. Now the Ki-84 will be a bit of a problem, however, I'm not too worried about him at the moment because he is far away. And there goes another A6M2 rather, or A6M5 rather, excuse me. So there's another target that we don't have to worry about. Now we have another A6M5, however, he is going to dive down and start focusing on some low altitude targets. We do have some wyverns and stuff down there, and along with the B-25, so we're gonna roll over and initiate the dive on him. I do not want to lose so many teammates, however, our attempt to save them will not go as planned. Now, here is where I make a big mistake. I start typing in chat. Now, if I hadn't started typing and focused on the game, I would have probably made this at least a critically damaged A6M5, but I wasn't paying attention and I miss. So I do believe we lose the wyvern. No, we don't. Not quite yet. But rolling it over, trying not to go unconscious there. The A6M5 is sharp on the tail of the wyvern, and we are just going to have to do our best to catch him and kill him. Now he turns over, and there goes the wyvern. Firing off a burst from about half a kilometer out and closing in fast. We get a hit. But I'm not going to follow him. I'm just going to go straight and maintain my speed. He goes head on, and he dies. Unfortunately, the person he goes head on with also dies as well, so that's not only an enemy down, but it's also a teammate down. And having an extra teammate later on in the match would have been much appreciated. Now, as I look over my shoulder, I notice a J2M4 coming in. So I turn to evade. I know the J2M series is a series of aircraft that cannot turn well, so I use my maneuverability that I have over it to make it overshoot, and with the P-47's clipped wings and better roll, I use that as well to make him overshoot. Now, he's right in front of me, right where I want to be, but of course my aim is absolute shit, and I am unable to kill him at the moment. He even provides us with a decent shot right here, yet I cannot utilize it to my advantage, as I am very eager to eliminate him and focus on some other targets that are behind us. He eliminates the B-25 that is there, unfortunately, so that's another teammate down who could have helped, but I don't know how much a B-25 could have helped. Get another hit there. He keeps turning, and there we go. He finally clipped the wing. So there we go. Our second kill of the match, and here I level out. I realize my engine's overheating, pull back on the WEP and try and cool off, and head in the other direction of the battle. I don't want to go into this battle without altitude at the moment. So we're going to put into a slight climb, and we're just going to get as much altitude as we can. There's currently 3 fighters up there, and I do not want to engage a single one of them at the moment. I am also low on ammo, so I need to get back to base, or at least wait for point A to be captured in order to be able to get some more ammo. However, capturing A is going to take some time, so I'm going to keep flying this way, get some altitude and try to eliminate them. Unfortunately, over there, our teammate is all alone, and I need to get over there fast. However, I'm too far away to do anything, and all the enemies have dove on him, and that is also going to be another teammate down. So, where does this take us? It takes us to me being the last guy alive. Now, I'm in a completely stock aircraft. I don't even have the ammo belts. I don't even have the radiator or even fuselage repair. It's completely stock. And I'm going to be up against 3 aircraft. However, they are quite focused on ground targets. One of them crashes into the ground, or I think he ripped his wings maybe because he's just gliding along at the moment. So that's one less target I have to worry about. The Ka-84 seems to be gaining altitude. The 190, I believe he's going to be killing ground targets. So let's take a moment and head back to our carrier fleet. Now, yes, I am going to land the P-47N on a carrier. Now, to land on the carrier, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard either. You had to try and maintain less than 200 kilometers per hour, and the trick was to land on a moving carrier, since the moving carriers have about 50 kilometers per hour of speed. So that's from 180 kilometers per hour, you only have to lose 150 kilometers per hour in terms of speed, and that's not too difficult. Now on approach, just about to touch down, and the carrier moves a bit. Fire the guns to brake. The 50 calibers do have an effect in terms of helping slow down the aircraft, and we come to a successful stop, and we nose over. Now we did nose over, but you know what? We didn't die, so that's the best part. So now we're going to repair, rearm, and we're going to go finish off those targets. So, after spawning in the air, I headed over to point B, where I did see one of the targets circling. Now, at this point, there were 2 targets, and now it's down to only 1. One of the targets crashed on landing, or at least I think he crashed on landing, or he was attempting to eliminate ground targets, got a little too cocky, and ended up crashing to the ground. But that's okay for me, because I can definitely take a moment to appreciate it, and there is the last target. The Ki-84 that I was talking about earlier that we did not need to worry about since he was far away and at high altitude. And we are going to go straight into a head-on engagement with him. So lining up the guns, trying to find a good lead. We don't get any hits there. We got AAA firing at us, get a hit there, and I make a big mistake here. I should not have followed him down, but what am I doing? I'm following him down. I wanted to eliminate this guy as fast as possible. So I just dove and followed him, but that was a major mistake. I should not have done that. But I did it anyways. And now he's on my 6, he's going to be able to chase me, because while I have dive speed, he has dive speed as well. And at the moment, I can pull away, but later on it won't be the case. Because right now, he's gonna fire from range, he gets a few hits here and there, some sparks mostly. But I'm not going to be able to pull this off for much longer. He pulls off here, I gain a false sense of security, and I turn the plane around thinking that maybe he'll stall out and I can at least damage some control surfaces, but no. I misjudged his energy and he was able to pull off a successful loop. Now instead of following him here, I turn and head towards that ship over there. I'm hoping that the AAA will be able to at least damage him in a way that can turn the situation into my favor. Now he is on my 0.6 kilometers out, and he's closing in, so he has energy advantage at this point. Now what do? I try to fly defensive. It doesn't quite work. Now the P-47N has clipped wings, which means its roll is going to be better. So I try to use that roll to advantage. I misjudged my altitude completely. I tried to play the flaps at last second, and I go straight into the drink. He doesn't get the kill, but you know, that's a loss that I could have easily won if I had done the right thing in the beginning. So I didn't record the results screen, but it wasn't that great of a match. It was only like 20,000 lions and only 2,000 RP. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain. It was an alright match for what this plane is in stock format. Now, let's talk about the aircraft for a moment. The P-47N does not feel that like it's a great plane. To me, it feels quite similar to the P-47 D-28, while having better roll. That's literally all it is. When I first heard about this plane and when I first heard people talking about it, I thought it would be similar in terms of performance to the P-47M, the premium variant, the one that has air brakes, but not so much. It's not quite what I expected, but you know, I'm not going to give this plane a lot of shit yet because it's stock. I will come back to this plane once it is fully upgraded. I'll do another review of it. I'll give my opinion, but for now I'll say that the plane isn't that great. So I wouldn't necessarily say, yeah, rush for it, grind it out, whatever. But you know, it's not something that you're gonna enjoy right out of the box, because the P-47N it requires a bit of effort, I'll say. It's not quite as fast at the moment. It's not quite maneuverable. It does have the roll that it requires, so I will say that. Dive performance of this aircraft is phenomenal too. I did a test flight as soon as this 1.61 patch went live, and in stock format I was able to take this plane from 6,000 meters to the deck, and the maximum speed I reached was 910 kilometers per hour before hitting the red line. So that is when the IAS speed limit goes red. So this plane has a phenomenal dive speed for a 4.7 BR aircraft. I will say that maybe this plane, if you take it up into a 9.0 value, will give some aircraft a run for their money. But you know, 50 cals in the current state, not quite willing to do that. But yeah, so overall, this aircraft, I think it has a lot of potential. Where I think it's lacking is engine performance at the moment. So I'm gonna, you know, work out those engine mods and stuff. But for now, I'll say it's a mediocre plane. But anyways, guys, that does bring us to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. Tell me what you guys think of this aircraft, and subscribe if you want some more content. And as always, guys, keep on raging, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace!